it's Kimberly here. Thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you so much. Today I'm going to talk about all my social media platforms. I don't have a lot, but I do have a few, and I'm trying to start building some of my other ones up. But my main thing is my YouTube channel. I do vlogs on it, and I do maybe between 3 and 6. I've been trying to do about 5 or 6 per week. I didn't do one yesterday. I'm trying to build this up into a full-time channel. That's my main goal with it. I do just a regular vlog about anything about my life or anything particular, anything I find of interest. I do mukbangs occasionally. I've done a few product reviews. I don't do a whole bunch of them, but sometimes if I find something that either I really liked it, and I think I may have one negative. It was about a plug-in heater for your car. I don't try to do a lot of negative things on my channel, but anything that I find that I just think might be of interest of somebody, I'll put that on my channel. Or well, I do have plans for future videos. I do like ASMR. I've been interested in that, and I've been thinking of doing, I think I have 2 ASMR videos on my channel. And in the future, I may do some ASMR cooking, maybe some other things. I haven't really, right now I'm just doing the vlogs, and I have a full-time job. I have to travel to and from work. I have 4 dogs. They take up a lot of time. So I kind of have full plate pretty much. And before I get into any other niches or start doing anything else, I'm just going to continue the vlogs for quite a while, probably throughout the year. Maybe at the end of the year, maybe the last quarter of this year of 2021, I might start doing some other things, but currently it's just going to stay as a vlog. And anything of interest, again. And I do, well, my vlog is Kimberly Quintanilla, so that's how you can find me on YouTube. And I do have an Anchor podcast, and it's called The Dog Show with Kimberly Quintanilla. And I talk about dogs. I do just a weekly podcast. I try to keep it between 30, maybe 45 minutes, not too long. That way people can listen to it while they're going to work or something, if they're busy folding their clothes or laundry or whatever they're, you can listen to the podcast. And it's, again, The Dog Show with Kimberly Quintanilla. And it's available on Apple, Spotify, Overcast, Podcast Addict, Google Podcast, Anchor, and other. I looked in my analytics and it said other, which I don't know what that is. So apparently you can catch it on other platforms too. And one thing that surprised me is I had a lot of listeners from a lot of different countries. I guess, or not a lot of listeners. It's a small podcast, but I was surprised at how many countries there were. The US, UK, Canada, Australia, Ireland, France, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, Germany, Mexico, Philippines, and Brazil, and Singapore. Hope I said that right. The Spanish countries. My Spanish isn't very good. I know they speak Portuguese in Brazil, but I hope I pronounced it correctly. And my third one is my TikTok, which I've only put up, I think, 4 videos, and 3 are of my dogs, I think. And then I have one on there that is a political joke about Trump. I've already given a warning about it, that if you have a thin skin or get your feelings hurt, don't listen to it. I usually don't put political things or things of too serious nature on my channels. I'm not going to do too many controversial things. But I've seen that joke before. It's been around for a long time, and it's not done with just Trump. It was been done with other people, other things, and I just thought it was hilarious. I try to respect other people's political views, and that's their own personal, the way they live their life, their creed, the way people vote, or things that are important to them. I try to respect that, and I don't try to be too political, is what I'm saying. And it's at, my TikTok is at Kimberly Q77. And I also have an Instagram, which I think I may have one picture of my dog on there. I can't really remember. But you can catch it at Kimberly Q Texas. And I'm going to start posting pictures and maybe some stories, I don't know how to work it. So I'm just now figuring that out. And the same thing with TikTok. I'm not real great at that. Almost all these platforms, except for maybe YouTube and Anchor, are the ones I've kind of gotten where I can kind of do pretty good on them. But the Instagram, yeah, I would like to put maybe some stories, more videos or whatever, pictures or whatever on there. And I have a Medium account, and if you don't know the story, I wrote a book, and it was about 3/4 of the way done, and it was a crime novel, and my truck got broken into. I had the manuscript in the truck with several other things, and they stole my manuscript. And this was something that took me I'd worked on and off for about, I guess, 20 years. I came up with the idea a long time ago, but I kind of thought, oh, that's so weird and strange that it involves a serial killer. And I thought, oh, people are going to think I'm nuts or something. This is so dark, It's kind of a dark story. And if you like Silence of the Lambs or Kiss the Girls, and there was another, I don't know, there's several movies that have been made about that type of situation. And I put dogs in it. It's got a very specific plot line, and I mean, it just broke me a little bit when they stole it, because I had put so much into that. And I would write a little bit, and I actually put it back on the back burner, or kind of forgot about it for years. And every once in a while I'd get an idea, and I wasn't really too serious about it. I mean, I did want to publish it, but I was so busy. I'd be working 2 jobs or something like that, and I just didn't really do a whole lot of work. And then I guess it was about a year ago, I really started writing almost every week. I'd write at least a page, or for a few days I'd write 2 or 3 pages or something like that. And I started editing it, and well, they stole it. And it was almost finished, and it was in, probably I'd say about 90% edited, the part that I did have written. And well, they stole it, and I'm still reeling from it. But I did find a rough draft copy in my storage unit, so that did kind of help me. I do have still some of the characters and some of the plots and a little bit of the outlines and stuff. I have, some rough writings about it, and I can start it over, but I just haven't been able to right now. I'm not in the mindset to do it, and I've been so busy, and I will probably not start writing on it till maybe next year. I don't know. I mean, this is going to be, a life endeavor for me to do that, because I've always wanted to be a published author, and I'm still upset about it. It still really affects me. And I am going to print some articles on that on my Medium account, but it will take a while. I'm going to probably print some short stories, or post some short stories and maybe a few articles. I mean, it could take me a long time, maybe months, before I get into it, because it's such a sore spot with me. And then I have a Twitter, which I think I've only made a few posts, mostly griping about my YouTube channel. If you don't know the drama, or not drama, but dilemma or whatever, my videos, I've got like 200 and something videos, and on my channel, there's in my library I can see all my videos, but if you click on the video tab, when I click on my video tab, it only shows me 200 of my videos. So the bottom ones, the very first videos that I made, are not showing up to me. But I did get a message from one of my listeners that they were able to see it, and I guess I'm getting the view counts. I don't know. I don't know. And I've been trying to contact YouTube, and that's a black hole, trying to contact YouTube, especially for small creators. It's like they just leave you there floating in the dark ocean by yourself or whatever. Well, I'm still mad about that, but anyway. The Twitter is Kimberly Quintanilla. You can look me up under my name, Kimberly Quintanilla, and that's with a Q. It's a hard name, I know. It's Quintanilla. That's my last name. And at Kimberly Q Texas. That's my Twitter. Which I didn't know that my Instagram, which is Kimberly Q Texas, that's in all small letters. But my Twitter is at capital K, Kimberly, capital Q, and capital T Texas. So I have all three of capital letters, Kimberly, Q, and Texas, which I don't know. I don't know how to operate my accounts. I don't know much about Instagram or Twitter. TikTok, I'm just barely learning. So I don't know if that's going to, I may have to change that, because I don't know if that's going to cross-post or do something. I don't know if it's going to confuse my Instagram or my Twitter. But I don't know. I'll have to see. And I did have Facebook years ago, but I don't have it anymore. I just got sick of it. I had so many issues with it, and I don't even care about Facebook. I really don't. I only use Facebook to look at Marketplace when I want to buy something. If I'm looking for something, then I'll use that, and I don't post anything really. I do have an account, but I don't interact with it. If I get comments or anything, I probably won't see it for months, or I don't even care. I mean, I'm not using it really for anything other than my personal shopping on Marketplace. That's it. So, I doubt that I'll ever go back to it. I was just one of those people that quit using Facebook for a lot of specific reasons. It just made me, I don't know. I would maybe start Patreon maybe like next year or something, but that's way, way long. I mean, a long time away. And that would be only to help me be full-time at YouTube and my social media. But that'll be a long ways away. I'm not going to put any kind of... I'm not going to put any effort into making a Patreon for a long time. But thank you all for everybody who comes to my channel, and thank you for supporting me, and I'm going to see if I can expand a little bit. So thank you so much.